I was walking one of my dogs one morning and I heard crying, and there they were. The moment I approached, they were like, "Oh, mommy, you're here." I swear it was as if they recognized me or something. I rushed home and came back with a shoebox. I had been rescuing and fostering dogs for a few years, but those were going to be my first cats. Ever. And oh, they made it easy. This was the smoothest initiation to cat rescue anyone could ever hope for. It wasn't even just one. It was two of them. So they could cuddle and comfort each other, which dropped my anxiety down to a very healthy level. For someone like me, being so new to everything that had to do with cats, these two were the best thing I could have hoped for. I mean, I did raise them, yes, but they helped me raise them, showing me how, basically every step of the way. I never had to wonder, what now, what if, what's going on, none of that. Even the transition from the milk to the wet food, oh God, look at them, oh crap, sorry, even this transition, they made it happen. One day they just had enough of milk. And then one day they had enough of wet food, and somehow it was as if they said, "We're ready for kibble now. We've got strong enough teeth."
Stand behind the line. Some will fade and some will shine. Aiming for the goal.
Thank you.
Been trying hard to sell your soul. Oh, so many times before.
I guess all animals know how to grow. All they need is a support system, and nature takes care of the rest. My dogs helped, well, some of them. They served as the best nannies one could hope for. I barely had to clean the kittens ever. The dogs did that, which they only did to get a taste of kitten wet food and milk and kitten poo, I suppose, that was left all over them. Such delicacy. But it helped a lot. As for their feline nature, they discovered that on their own too. Being together helped. I didn't have to work on that either. They learned from each other, and the rest of us were just spectators. I have tons of Kodak moments of these two. It just never ended, especially as they were growing. You just wanted to stay home all day and just watch them, and watch them, and watch them. My apartment has never looked bigger. It's never looked more interesting either.
No. Pretty Caroline, oh, 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 stone cold stunner. She was a winner, started working at the dine. Oh, 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 says it's up her mind to count your blessings, 'cause it's telling first, they'll put you down and leave you there, don't make them scared. Yeah, it's the
Come to think of it, it feels that I've been more of a spectator in their lives than anything else. It's as if they did it all on their own. They were always close, as if they were one cat, really. I even think that there was a point where I even got a bit jealous of their relationship. It definitely took them longer to bond with me than I thought it was normal. Now, thinking back, I realize how important it is for young animals to interact with their species. I first realized the difference between them when I tried to recreate their kitten photos.
This is very impossible.
With Pamuk, it was impossible to get her to do what I wanted. But Gremlin, bless her little naive heart, I'd just put her somewhere and she'd stay there, looking very weirded out with those round, huge eyes of hers. But still, she'd stay put.
Come back! I just ruined the relationship.
My cats are about 2.5 years old now, and they've stayed with me, partly because of a typical foster failure syndrome, and partly because, I don't know, it's just no one was ever interested in them. And as the months went by and there was absolutely no adoption interest, I'd become more and more angry. Not because I wanted to get rid of them, but because I was realizing that if they were fluffier or grey or special looking, they'd get more attention, you know. My cats are plain looking. And the more I realize that, the more I get the screw you world attitude. It's not all about the looks. Anyway, here we are today. I can tell them apart now. I mean, they've developed their own character. Each one is different. There are things that one of them will always do, while the other one never will. They spend time apart. Each one has her favorite spot, her favorite human. Robb and Gremlin sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Why are you cheating on Mommy? Pamuk has that evil cat look. She knows what she wants, and she won't let you rest until she gets it. Me! Pamuk! Pamuk! She tames all fosters that come into the house, and some guests. From the second, third day, she's like, okay, that's it, newbie. You've had your way. Now I'm going to show you whose home this is. And if you're fluffy enough, I might even use you as a cushion. Gremlin, we joke about her suffering from short-term memory loss, or something like that. She has that look in her eyes, as if she's thinking, where am I now? What's all this around me? Who's that human? She's the perfect little spoon. Can't get any better than this. She sleeps in my face, drooling the whole time. I call her my little toy, and I tease her a bit sometimes. A lot more than I dare to tease Pamuk. No one wants to tease Pamuk. Never.
Yo, dude.
What's up, yo?
It's ringing now. I look at them sometimes and I'm not sure what to think. Okay, they're always entertaining, the way cats are. Everything, and I mean everything, looks better with a cat on it, or near it, or under it, or in it. Even I look better with a cat on me, I guess.
Gremlin, what are you doing there on my laptop?
But they've stopped growing now. They've stopped being interesting 24/7. And now they are just being themselves. They don't have stories to tell apart from what's happened in this apartment, and that's it. That is it. I've tried leash training them, mainly because I really wanted to show them the world, but that was a huge failure. So they're stuck here. The growing is over. The discovering is over. Unless there's a Christmas tree or a stupid empty box or a new foster. This is it. In a way, it feels that they will always be children. They will always be young. Kittens. I remember my mom asking me 2 years ago, right before she passed away, if I was going to keep the kittens. Τα λιδάκια μου θα τα κρατήσεις τα γατάκια. And many times when I look at them, I swear I can hear her voice asking me if I'm keeping the kittens. My kittens. This is one of the things that will keep them kittens forever. They don't know any better or worse. That's all they know. They were like a few weeks old when I found them, and since then they've had their lives sorted out and everything taken care of. Does this make them luckier than others? Probably. Does this make them less of old souls? Would they be wiser if they had known worse? Would they look wiser? Or is it maybe that for such young souls, the rule is never to be thrown in too deep the first time? They get the easy way out. They don't get to starve and get sick and spend years fighting for survival in the streets. They're rescued immediately, when it's very soon, and they don't understand or remember anything before that. At least not during this first life. Yeah, maybe it is their first life. Maybe they're brand new. But then again, wasn't may you live in interesting times, a Chinese curse. Maybe this life is their gift. Maybe they have already endured interesting times in their past lives and this is supposed to be their reward. Or maybe it's supposed to give them strength for the next adventure. Cats, like all of us, are works in progress after all. Bless them. If only they knew in what complicated thoughts they've inspired me to dive into.